And welcome back into MLE Showdown Sunday. We are here ready to go with the Premier League as we jump into threes for the first of two straight in the threes division for Premier League. I'm Curtis. I'm along with Captain Atsaka, and it is Pirates and Tyrants getting set to do battle Atsaka as these two have a pretty almost an identical record. Should be a pretty competitive matchup for a third win of the night.
It sure is, and it sure is gonna, probably amount to that, honestly, because when we're looking at the stat sheets, that kind of tells the tale of what we're kind of expecting to see between these two teams. But before we move any further, only because the audience of MLE tends to do it to me so often whenever I mess up somebody's name, I got to check you real quick, Curtis. It's at Soka, not at Soka. It's at Soka.
Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Exactly, it's at Soka.
I see you.
But
all
yes,
right, understood.
But going on, dude, they do it. The people in MLE do it to me all the time. So as soon as somebody gives it to me, I gotta return the favor. But moving on, let's take a look at some of these players that we got going down into this game because we got some heavy hitting players, Curtis.
We do.
I don't know if you're looking over here, but we got Taki, who is on the MVPR board in the number 3 spot for MVPR rating, and then towards the bottom half, still in the number 10 spot, which is still impressive, is Tater. So, you already got 2 people up there on the leaderboards for MVPR. And then let's go down to the goals leaderboard. And now we're seeing Tater again in the number 3 spot this time for goals. So we're seeing a really heavy offensive player from Tater, showing up in the MVPR leaderboard as well as goals. And then in the number 9 spot for goals, we got Wayne 22 from the Tyrants. And then now we're going to get to the defensive side, and we're going to see which players stand out defensively. We got Els, who is holding, again, the number 3 spot on the leaderboard for the Tyrants with 55 saves. So, again, we're probably going to see Els and maybe Tater, really have something going down on the field as those two, clearly one more offensive-oriented and the other more defensive. And then Tater also showing up in the amount of saves in the number 10 spot for saves for the Pirates with 45. So, we got a lot of talent on the field today.
We do indeed, and Taki, of course, is going to have likely an impact across the entire length of the game with his MVPR rating. So there should be a lot of impact coming from both sides of the field in this particular one. Pirates and Tyrants, they're both one game apart as far as how things are going, but I believe we are ready to go, and game 1 is underway as we are into the Pirates end. So we bounced right side. Off the back it goes. Good start for the Tyrants offensively as they have a little bit of pressure going in, but it's going to be sent back down from whence it came. And the Tyrants can work on getting set up again. Chance off the sidewall. Dropping it down. Up into the air is Taki looking for another touch. It's going to be a pass out into the mid. Good takeaway from Els as we get it back out to mid. The Tyrants trying to put some offensive pressure together to really keep the Pirates in their own end. This will drop off the back. Chance in front. That's going to be cast aside. This stays towards midfield. And the working in the offense, the Pirates will. Good flick and another save with about 50 seconds gone.
Yeah, right now, again, we see this all the time, when we're watching MLE and all other forms, but hold the phone. Tater is going to score the first goal of the series here. Nice touch from Taki there, just putting it down off the backboard, and here comes Tater hitting an absolute laser into the back of the net, and all the defense can do is sit back and watch.
Now, the double commit early in that play is really what caused that just continued pressure from the Pirates is what put the Tyrants on their back heels to see if they can answer. This will be top of the box again, taken in by Els with the contact. Up towards the sidewall, needing a little bit of help. Wing to midfield. Els gets contact. Tater comes up off the sidewall. Pinch play with Els. Going to send it up into the air. Into the Tyrants' end. Another opportunity for the Pirates here. This will be into the offensive corner. Taki wants a touch. He'll have it out of the corner. Chance in the mid, but his teammate's a little bit too far back and can't keep the pressure going. Good pass, but taken away as we play on. About a minute and a half gone in a 1-0 game. Pirates really looking comfortable in that offensive end. Tyrants looking for an answer.
Yeah, this is exactly what I expected to. Like I was saying earlier, before I was so rudely interrupted by Tater with such a beautiful goal, is that, this is the experimental stage. Both of these teams are kind of feeling each other out. They're trying to see how They fall into positioning right here, and that was nearly a shot on there, but goes off the wayside. But hold the phone, here we go! Els comes up clutch, absolutely clutch, with what looked like a squishy save. By all means, correct me if I'm wrong, but now the chip shot again off the crossbar, and I'm seeing some spectacular defense coming out both, you know, from the Tyrants, but also got to give a shout out to the MVP with the saves, and that would be the crossbar.
Yeah, as of right now, Woodwork doing some good work for those Tyrants. Pirates looking way too comfortable in the offensive end, and Tater is going to put that one in to give them a 2-goal lead. Continued pressure and making the Tyrants chase the ball in their own end.
Yeah, what we're seeing here is Tater's like, you know what, I'm sick and tired of hitting the sidebars. I'm sick and tired of hitting the crossbars. I'm just going to keep it low. And we're going to ground this one out. We're going to go underneath everybody. And we're just going to roll this one right on in. No chance of hitting the crossbar if it doesn't leave the ground.
Good start so far for the Pirates. They're going to continue pressure. It's going to be hard off the back. Hits the ceiling and eventually comes down over midfield. Tater puts it up in the air. Needs one more touch. Going to try to fall on top of it. He will defer. Good save from Els. And the Tyrants will get it deep into the offensive end. He's trying to get some pressure on. Good demo. Missed opportunity to touch it into the offensive end. Els seems to have a little bit of an issue going in towards midfield. Pass back down. This is a chance. Not enough put on it by Tater. And that'll get back to the midfield line. Tyrants trying to find something of comfortability, of chemistry, something to get it into the offensive end, but they're giving the ball away in midfield. And that's been a repeated thing throughout this first couple minutes of the game.
Yeah, so far, I'm just seeing a lot of Game 1 syndrome. I'm expecting to see the Tyrants come back full force. Not saying that this game is nearly over, right, but all I'm trying to insinuate here is that, you know, they're going to pick it up eventually. It could even happen in this game. We could see an absolute turnaround because two goals, you know, is definitely not impossible to come back from, but it's going to be Taki to try and extend the lead there as it goes off, again, off the backboard. But what we're seeing right now is, you know, the Tyrants are still trying to warm up a little bit. At least that's what I think. I think they're going to turn the gas on. They're going to flip the switch, and then we're going to see the Tyrants really come out.
Trying to step on the gas, top of the box it goes. Tyrants with another opportunity to get it out and keep the ball for a moment. The slow play doesn't work as they're going to jump all over him. Towards the sidewall again. Bruncho loses the ball into the offensive corner. Tyrants need to be patient with this, but also a little bit aggressive. They're going to double commit on offense. It's going to put Ween out on an island here. Tries to keep it with him. He does. Takes control. Oh, tries to work it on the ground. The worm burner's no good as that one goes wide of the intended target. 48 seconds to go. This will be off the nose as it stays near side. Far side and well wide. Around that corner, back to mid. Chance off that corner wall. Touch put in the air. Tater in a good spot. And Cruncho gets it defensively out and away from goal. But you've seen a better version of the Tyrants this last 20 seconds or so.
Honestly, yes, because, you know, they were able to score, and right now I'm talking about the Pirates. They scored those two goals early, and now we're moving on towards the latter half of the match. And, you know, for the most part, Lord forbid that I do a Rocket League's cast a curse here, but they've been holding them to that 2-goal lead, and they haven't been able to extend it then, and just at the last second, it's gonna be Snoop who is able to find the upper 90 here and now bring the deficit back to within 1. But I need to ask you, Curtis, is it too little, too late?
Now, 10 seconds is a lot of time. Anything can happen in those 10 seconds. We'll see if the Tyrants can have a hero on the roster. They are down 1 with not much time left. Got to basically take it the full length of the field at this point. El's going to put it off the nose, top of the box. Kept in real well by Taki, and he may have solved the issue. Pirates win Game 1, final count 2-1, but a much better Tyrants that last minute of gameplay. We'll see if they can carry that into Game 2.
Yeah, honestly, and what it came down to, again, you know, time for everybody's favorite part of the show. It's going to be Cap's analysis. I'm, of course, capping. It's nobody's favorite. But let's break it down for a second. This really just came all down to possession. It's the Pirates that literally stole the show and the ball. They were able to have 13 shots on target compared to the Tyrants 1. Granted, the Tyrants were shooting at a 100% with 1 shot and 1 goal, but each of the Tyrants players got 2 saves apiece, which is telling me they're spending too much time in their own half, and then the Pirates literally just maintained possession the entire time. And, you know, good on the Tyrants, you know, to kind of, you know, get that goal in at the last second, but they really need to step it up on offense. They got to.
A little quicker to the ball, a little bit quicker with their decision making. The communication needs to be better. There's a couple of times when they went for double commits when they really didn't need to. Just need to get solid contact at the ball and take over the midfield. The Pirates did a really good job of working in rhythm with each other. You saw a couple of different pass backs in the offensive end when one player realized they didn't have it, didn't try to force it to the goal. They tried to get their teammates involved, and that's a very, very good chemistry wise on the Pirates. Tyrants need to find some of that. This is a good team. They've shown that so far this season. They have a chance to answer what the Pirates just did to them here in Game 2. Neo Tokyo, the site for this one, as we're about to get things going again. This is the third of 4 matchups that we have for you tonight. One more Premier League threes coming up in just a little bit to cap off the week. But a good night of Rocket League, good weekend of Rocket League from an MLE standpoint, and looking to finish it off strong.
Yeah, and now I'm being told that it will be the Tyrants that are planning to substitute Wayne for a second. Wayne, however you pronounce the name. Everybody knows I butcher this 10 times out of 10. It happens. So we're going to figure out, how they're going to be subbing out this player and bringing in some fresh blood. But, while we're sitting here, while we have a chance to talk, the first game was actually still relatively close. Like, granted that the possession was all in favor of the Pirates. Mm-hmm. But, like I was saying earlier, I expect to see the Tyrants kind of turn it on. And now that Game 1 is out the way, I expect to see an even closer match. That's what I'm hoping to see here in game number 2. And now, like I said, now that Game 1's out the way, the jitters are kind of gone. You kind of saw what your opponents can do, and you know what you can do, because even towards the end, Snoop was able to recover a goal hitting that upper 90. So now you got a little taste of what it's like to score against this team. So I'm really expecting the Tyrants to turn it up here in game number 2.
One goal can do a lot and can carry momentum into a second game, but now you have a break, which could really either hurt or help. The Pirates came out like a house on fire to start that game off. Now we have a little bit of a break in between as they get the rosters together and make sure that we are good for game 2. But the issue then becomes, can the Pirates keep their steam going into game 2 with a really nice possession-based win, or will the break help the Tyrants to be able to find themselves a little bit? I mean, I know they're bringing in somebody new, and that's all fine and good, but they have 2 or 3 players on that roster that, that makes a lot of sense. So I think we're ready to go, though. It is going to be Lefty jumping in for Wayne, as he is going to be that substitute that we were talking about. Game 2 about to get underway in this set of 5, play all 5 for MLE stats purposes, and we're underway once more, this time on Neo Tokyo. Immediate chance for Snoop. He had the only goal for the Tyrants in Game 1. He's going to try to put one stylistically towards the net, and that's equaled defensively. And it's keeping it together. It's going to be Lefty with a little help from Els on the pass, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Tyrants.
Yeah, I was even going to say, as soon as Lefty came in, if that's the Lefty that I'm thinking of, then this is a great sub in, because I've managed to come across Lefty quite a few times in ranked, and at my peak in my Rocket League career, I was around 1750, 1800. So I've come across Lefty a few times, not just in ranked, but I think in several weekly tournaments too. Yeah. So I'm really excited to see how Lefty plays, because it's been so long since I've seen them. I can only imagine how much better they've gotten.
And that is a chance for Tater, loses it in midfield. Lefty, hard off the back. Chance for Els to come in, take possession. Good possession play to keep it. It goes off the back hard again. Tater loses this. Snoop off the back. Good save from Tater. Lefty off the corner wall. Els. Good touch from Taki. Sets up the offense for the Pirates. Snoop. Els. Cruncho. Not going to work. Taken away as Els will get it defensively away from his frame. Does lose that to Taki, though. Good job by the Pirates to force the issue. That one's going to be a bit of a pinch play. Tater has Taki in the middle. Needs a little bit of help. Taki a little bit late for the party. Now he'll take a shot, but Snoop is going to defensively put that one aside. More Pirates pressure. The bounce is going to find its way home. And a tie game. Pirates have owned the ball since that first goal was scored.
Yep, and this was just a really good backboard pass and read. Look at that angle there from Tater to get the touch right off the wheel, bounce it off the ground, and just sneak in right underneath the crossbar. Now, with that being said, I will say that so far with this lineup coming from the Tyrants, they're looking like they're playing a lot more aggressive. And don't get me wrong, it's exactly what they needed as compared to game number 1. But with that being said, that aggression could be a double-edged sword, and I think they just kind of got caught slipping there just a little bit, as they were a little bit too aggressive. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I saw a double commit, which ended up, ultimately leading towards the opportunity that the Pirates needed to score that last goal. But we're still tied 1-1, so it's still anybody's ballgame.
This will be a chance for the Tyrants to move it out. Getting the midfield boost is going to be Snoop. That'll be put top of the box. Kept in by Lefty. He'll put it corner to corner. Cruncho. Try to land on top of it. Needs some help. Tater has the second touch. Drops it down. Has a chance to put this one in. Top of the box again for Taki. And Tater wants that one back. That one should have been accurate towards the net. That'll be a chance for the Tyrants to return fire. That's not going to work. They'll still have possession. Bounce into the mid. Chance in front, putting it up in the air, looking for the carry, tries to keep it low. Cruncho with the save, still a chance for Snoop, that's off the post as well. And the Pirates able to move that one out and get it away from frame as they have possession of the offensive end again.
That was an impressive display of defense just now. I don't know if y'all saw, but that backboard pinch was absolutely crucial because they were lining up for a shot there. And again, going the opposite way. But that backboard pinch that we saw was able to get the clear, not only that, but also get the save, because had they not, that definitely would have resulted in the goal. And now, we're starting to see the Tyrants kind of change their defense to offense as they're trying to develop somewhat of a counterattack.
This will be a chance for Snoop. Snoop off the sidewall. Here's Lefty. Off the corner. Tater. The attempted takeaway there, but it's going to go sent right back towards the Pirates' net. Dangerous ball that Taki's equal to as Lefty really tried to force the issue. It fails to do so. Cruncho tries to answer. He goes off the ceiling. The ball for Taki, puts it deep towards the Tyrants' net. Taki into the mid, right at Lefty though. Nothing Tater can do with that. Cruncho left on an island. Defensively needs a touch. Gets one as Snoop puts it into him. Attempt from Lefty's a little bit wide of the target. We're down to 90 seconds in this game 2. Tyrants trying to claw their way back into this series and tie it up. So far, they're off to a good start. A bit of a defensive battle, which going into this series, probably not what we expected. As this will hit the ceiling and eventually come down in the offensive end for the Tyrants.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not what I expected, compared to game number 1. But at the same time, this is what I was expecting to come from the Tyrants here in game number 2. Being able to kind of make the opposition play defense. Because in the first game, the defensive plays were all coming from the Tyrants because they were kept in their half the entire time. But now we're seeing the Tyrants start to develop a bit of an offense. And what I'm really liking that I'm seeing on the field is that now the Tyrants are developing a lot more control. They're passing the ball to each other. A lot more calculated high percentage pass plays are going down. And that's exactly what I like to see, and that's what that's exactly what needed to happen for the Tyrants. Just because it's something that they were extremely lacking in game number 1.
This will need a defensive touch towards the net. Tater is going to put that one in and give the Pirates the lead here in the late going.
Yep, once again, we're seeing that 2-1 scoreline, almost similar to what we saw the first time. But what a beautiful read by Tater, just getting the read off the ceiling, being able to put that one in with nobody home into the back of the net. And now, once again, it's the Tyrants that are facing a 1-goal deficit with a little bit of time left on the clock.
This will be towards the mid. Tyrants trying to get themselves back even in this contest. They are the victims of 2 unanswered goals by the Pirates to take away their lead. This will be off the ceiling, into that corner. They fight for it around that boost orb in that corner. There'll be a chance top of the box, Lefty in the area, but it's not going to be for him. L's in a tough spot, makes the defensive touch. Remember that, if they're able to get it all the way back downfield, it drops down for Cruncho. Cruncho plays the possession game well, drops it top, and it's going to find its way towards the goal line, but it does not cross in time to count. And the Pirates come back to take game 2 in a pretty scrappy fashion, 2-1.
Yeah, and what we're seeing now is some consistency with the Pirates being able to take game number 1 and 2. And in this time, the amount of possession looked like it was going more towards the Tyrants side. You were able to recover 9 shots on target from the Tyrants. So they were playing a lot much better on offense, being able to share the ball around, get some good pass plays, and, get one into the back of the net that didn't happen within the last 5 seconds, unlike in game number 1. But on the other side, you're looking at the Pirates, and they were able to recover 8 shots. So they were pretty much neck and neck as far as possession is concerned. But when it came to execution, this was the big difference. And I wanted to touch on this in the middle of the game, but I knew I was like, I have to keep my mouth shut, as hard as that is to do, and save it for the post-game analysis, because what happened is that it really came down to execution. The Tyrants had so many opportunities to find the back of the net. They were doing everything right. The passing plays were there, the reads were there, going off the backboard. was perfect. Where they came up short was the execution, being able to finish. And that's what really got them in game number 2.
There's a couple of opportunities for each team to have some nice finishes in that second game. We'll see if either team turns on the Jets as far as that goes. Taki with a chance. Taki's been kind of a non-factor, more or less, in these first 2 games. Not a lot on the offensive side of the ball. And from an MVP standpoint, not really there. But his team is up 2-0 in the series, which he will take. This tells me he's doing things that are kind of outside the scoreboard to make an impact for his team.
You see, that's what we call hustle points. And not only that, but that's also, hold the phone, it's going to be Muncho Cruncho getting this pass from Taki back over to Tater, off the backboard and right back down to Cruncho. And that is a 3-way pass play that I like to call a game breaker. I love watching all players get involved on the same play. You cannot ask for anything better.
And I'll tell you what, Tyrants are kicking themselves right now. They collapsed way too hard to the net on that particular, not really a defensive rotation to be found there. They just kind of waited for the Pirates to shoot on them as we play a 1-0 lead to the Pirates. L's going to try to get this one back in the Pirates' favor, in the Tyrants' favor for a moment. This will be a chance with an empty net to shoot at, and the Demos absolutely created the opportunity there. Snoop takes advantage, and we're tied.
There we go. That's what I like to see. Everybody knows I get excited when I see the demolitions come out. That's what I'm talking about. When all else fails, take out the demos. Get a little mean and get some attitude about it. I like what I'm seeing coming from the Tyrants now.
51 seconds into game 3, and more demos. The Pirates are now getting involved in the physical play. Taki takes it away from Snoop. Els takes it away from Taki. Taki gets a demo on to Els. Cruncho pass into the middle. Taki a little late to the party. Will now try to turn back, and he puts it hard off the corner right to Els. Els going to try to follow it. Gets the pinch play into the offensive corner. That's going to bounce in frame. This is a chance if they can angle it. Ends up being a pass in the middle for Lefty. Lefty not able to do it, but it's a nice pass out to Els, and another opportunity gone by. Pirates very, very disciplined in their defensive side. That's a seed to the top left corner, and Snoop has to come up with a gorgeous save to keep that one out. We remain tied.
Yeah, and this is also looking a little bit reminiscent from what we've been seeing from these two teams in, the first 2 games. It's been pretty close no matter which way you cut it. Every single game has been close. It's all going to come down to who is going to make the mistake and who's going to take advantage of it now. And I like what the Tyrants are kind of doing, with all this physical demo plays, is that they're trying to force the mistake on the other team by kind of trying to get them to hiccup on their defensive rotations or even their defensive positionings by taking them out the play entirely. So it's really going to be interesting to see on who cracks first on this one-to-one scoreline.
This will be off the ceiling and eventually come down towards the sidewall. Pass in the middle for Cruncho, and he's going to make that one count. What a play into the middle, and it's a 2-1 lead for the Pirates.
And this is something that the Pirates have been doing all series long. Their midfield passing is so scary to watch. It's so dangerous, but at the same time, absolutely beautiful. Just being able to find your teammates like that and then have the pinpoint accuracy. That's the second time that they were able to develop a pass play and just find the back of the net. And don't get me wrong, the Tyrants have some excellent passing too, but where they're falling short at some of the time is just finding the back of the net, getting the shot to count. And, that can be the real difference maker between these two teams.
This will be top of the box again. Pass for Els. Els coming in with full momentum. Ties the game up at Deuces Wild. It's a 2-2 contest with 2:26 to go.
Yeah, again, check this out. Now it's going to be a 3-way pass play coming from the Tyrants, almost as if they heard me from a mile away. Els was like, hey, bro, I heard you talking a little bit too much. Hang on, let me hold the phone a second. I can do what you're talking about. Look, 3-way pass play, boom, game breaker on the field, and now we're tied back up at 2, but that's exactly what I want to see come from the Tyrants. I want to see an answer, and then I want you to answer right back. You're doing us all proud right now. This is the type of Rocket League we came to see.
And this will be off the corner. Chance for Cruncho trying to add one more. He's got it in the bottom corner. Give the Pirates back the lead with 2 minutes left.
Now, you see, they are just scoring so much that we can barely even keep up with it in the booth right now. This is ridiculous. This is completely off script from what we had in the first 2 games. Now it's just constantly back-to-back scoring. 5 goals have been scored in this game, and we just passed halftime.
7 left. Tyrants want another goal to get themselves back even. Tater's going to work the ceiling with this. Oh, missed opportunity. Els needs contact. Els out to Lefty. Dangerous ball, though. Tater's going to take advantage. Out to Taki. Taki loses that one to Lefty. Cruncho gets the pinch off the ceiling. Might set up the Tyrants here. Lefty towards the net. Not going to happen. Taki jumps in front of him. Good intercept and a great takeaway. Nice opportunity here for the Tyrants again. Lefty can't quite get contact. Els loses the ability to keep that one in, and Taki has an open play towards the Tyrants net. Tater tries to drop it down, taken away. Keeping that one in for the moment is Taki, but it's up in the air for Els. Els with the long bomb off the nose of Tater. Cruncho comes in, takes possession, and has the rotation. Off the sidewall. Missed opportunity. Oh, Els with a great looking touch, but Tater comes up with a nice save. Lefty's going to have the possession play into the corner. Cruncho takes it away. We've got 65 seconds left in game number 3. And the Tyrants might be able to get one here off the crossbar, and it's sent back the other way. Now it's an opportunity in transition for the Pirates. But getting back in the nick of time is Snoop. And he'll take it above his own crossbar to keep it away from the offensive pressure.
Yep, and now what we're seeing is something a little bit of deja vu, huh? Just another scenario that we're all too familiar with in this series is as the final seconds of the clock are ticking away, and it's going to be the Pirates that continue to walk away with it here. Once again, it's the Tyrants that are kind of staring down the barrel as, you know, again, the final seconds of the game are unfolding and the Pirates have the lead yet again.
Their closing speed in the last couple of minutes of gameplay in these games has been really, really good. Another three-way pass play for the Pirates as they continue to display some very, very good chemistry. The Tyrants need a change in atmosphere at the moment as they're getting kind of kicked in the mouth here in this third game. 30 seconds left. Tyrants trying to get themselves going a little bit, get themselves a goal or two to get into game 4. They're going to go down and out in the series, but still a couple of games left to play for playoff seeding. But they definitely took a step back here tonight thanks to some very, very good play from the Pirates. 5 seconds left in game 3. Tater out to the mid. They're going to put it towards the net from Els, and that's going to do it for game 3. The Pirates come through with a pretty dominant show more in the last couple minutes of this game. Tyrants just could not keep the speed that they played with the first couple minutes of it and keep it throughout the entire 5.
Yeah, not only that, but I need to give a quick shout out to Cruncho and Tater, the dynamic duo. I would hate to be on the other side of the pitch going up against the Crunchy Tater. By the way, we're shipping these two now. That's what it's called. This is the Crunchy Tater duo. This is what you got to look out for. This is the troublemakers here. 4 goals, 4 assists. They're like just the teamwork here and the chemistry is just unbelievable. Being able to just feed your teammate, by all means, if your teammate's hitting, by all means feed them. And Cruncho was shooting at what? Let's call that 90% shooting percentage, because 4 goals off of 5 shots, that's just fantastic shooting no matter which way you cut it. So I don't really know. Curtis, what do you think that the Tyrants are going to have to do to shut down the Cruncho-Tater connection?
Things worked really well when they were introducing the physical play. I think that's where they need to go. They need to speed up their rotations and keep a consistent rhythm. They really did not adjust well when the Pirates sped up gameplay. So they're making the Tyrants play at their pace. Tyrants need to force the Pirates to play at the pace that the Pirates are not comfortable with. We'll see if that is indeed the case. The Pirates are off to a fast start early as Cruncho has a shot at the first goal of the game, but it's going to be put aside. Lefty into the offensive corner. Again, there's another opportunity where the Tyrants need to be on that ball at midfield, but their contention is give possession away at the midfield and have the Pirates come back to them with ball in tow.
Yeah, and I'm really liking what I'm seeing. You know, again, just the amount of control that the Pirates have at the midfield is just nothing short of impressive. They've maintained control, and it's been that way since the beginning of the series of how well they can maintain possession. And each time, you know, when they push up just little by little every time, but at the end of the day, all of the fundamental plays that happen for the Pirates are all occurring at the midfield, and that's not something that's just happening. That's consistency. That's practice, and you can tell this is a play style that they have worked on time and time again, and now it's, you know, at least in this series, it's looking like as if they almost perfected it.
This will be up the sidewall here. Chance for Taki towards that net. Good save initially, needs a second touch, and they will get one as it'll be sent in by Snoop. That's top of the box. Lefty and Els both go for this on the double commit. That's a dangerous ball to go for. They're susceptible to a transition attack here if they're not careful on it, and that's going to get sent back to midfield. Snoop able to get there off the top Cruncho with a return fire back the other way. It's a dangerous ball, but handled fairly easily, as the Tyrants on defense are disciplined in this particular matter. Els has an empty net. Transition 2v1 now as Cruncho comes in the nick of time to take it away as we played a minute 40 in a scoreless game.
Yeah, that was really tough. Like it's kind of hard to make the decision on what to do. Not just for the offender on that play, but also the defender. I can't stand being in a situation where I'm the last one in net and I see somebody heading straight for me and the ball is on the nose of their car because my mind is going insane with the anxiety. Are they going to flick it? Are they going to go straight into me? Are they going to go underneath? So it's really hard to maintain, you know, that amount of calm composure to come up with the correct play. So kudos for the defense to being able to stop what looked like was going to be a sure thing.
This was going to be a hard pass. Lefty a little bit lower than the ball there. Coming in is Snoop. Good demo there from the Pirates defensively as they're going to knock off one of the offensive chances for the Tyrants to get comfortable. Tater up into the air, going to shave the ceiling with this, but it's taken away at the top of the box. Hard off the back. Goes by Snoop. Snoop wanted a better piece of contact there. That's going to be a ball that's defensively in a very good spot for the Tyrants as they get it cleared away. Snoop with the flick, putting it home is Els with a little bit of help. Persistence pays off for the Tyrants. They've got a 1-0 lead.
You know when you're riding a roller coaster and you get to the top and you're getting ready to make that big drop and you're thinking to yourself, oh, here it comes. That's exactly how that play just unfolded. I'm watching this player completely have control of the ball, doing some 1v1 mechanics, and here comes El swooping up from the side, and I'm telling myself, here it comes. The monstrous dunk on the defender, and the defender really had no choice.
Yes.
This is just how the cookie crumbled on that play, and Els just came in at the right place at the right time, lined that one up, and all the ball could do was just bang and absolutely laser into the back of the net. Now the Tyrants have this 1-goal lead, and it could, I don't want to say it's going to lead towards them winning here, but it's definitely, I think, the momentum boost that they need.
They've had the first goal of the game one other time, and that was in game 2. This will be a chance going for the backboard. Taki takes that one away and meets the business end of a demolition. Lefty. Rough ricochet. Going off his own backboard is Els. Pirates trying to get comfortable, but it's Snoop instead. There's a nice demo, but Els follows it up nicely to get it into the offensive end. A little bit of help back to mid. Snoop is going to work on turning on this, but he's a little bit in a tough position. Good take from Lefty. Snoop kind of tries to come down with it. Gets the dunk, keeps it in the offensive corner. Cruncho will wait. Taki has possession. Tries to control it. Gets it over one. Needs a little bit of help. Pass towards Cruncho, but it's a little bit wide of him. Maybe a little bit too far ahead as well. Cruncho waits, keeps it in. Hard ball towards the Tyrants net. He touched above the crossbar, but they keep possession. Pirates looking comfortable right now. Taki a little bit too far forward. Can't answer the bell on that nice pass out into the mid. Good waiting game by the Tyrants. All three players in that corner miss it, though. This will be a pass down. Chance for Tater towards the net. It gets taken away by Lefty. And back from whence it came. Taki with a chance as well. With 30 seconds to go, Pirates trying to scratch and claw their way into an even contest. Oh, what a pinch! They score! Oh, that was disgusting. Taki gets credit for it. They had to be at least 100 miles an hour.
That was, in fact, 105 miles an hour. Now, I'm not going to call it, I'm going to leave this one up to Chad. Calculated or no, but regardless, it's tied up 1-1. We're talking about the crunchy Tater. Don't forget about the crunchy Taki. That connection there was absolutely insane. Like, literally nose-to-nose, two Phoenix, and it just lasered into the back of the net. Not even the best defender in the world was going to stop that one unless they just happened to be at the right place at the right time. But the last few seconds will take away, and the mind games from Tater might just have taken the game away.
That might have just deflated any chance the Tyrants had to do anything memorable in this series. The last second goal is going to put the Pirates up 2-1. Els is going to try to get up to make something happen with this, but it's not going to work. This is into the corner, will eventually go up into the air. The Tyrants have absolutely, I wouldn't say collapsed, but what can they do at that point? They get one more goal for the road, do the Pirates, and what a game. The Pirates just came back and won in the last minute.
I mean, let's think about it. What is it that Pirates do? Pirates plunder, Pirates steal, and that's exactly what just happened. They completely shanghaied, stole that game away from the Tyrants. Those last 2 goals occurred in a matter of seconds. And not only that, when we see the Tyrants like showing out in a major way, being able to hold them for so long, and then in the last couple of seconds, after that, that Taki Cruncho combination of a pinch that we saw, Tater says, hang on, I want to get myself a goal too. But that, again, just a spectacular game coming from the Pirates. Even in the last seconds, you cannot let your guard down against this team.
Yeah, very good work from the Pirates to not take no for an answer and come up with now what is a 4-0 series lead. Have a chance to go for the 5-0 here in just a moment. But the Tyrants just unable to finish, unable to close things down in the last couple moments of games, and that's really hurt them in this contest. They had the lead in now 3 of these games, but they have not been able to hold them, the Pirates, in the last couple minutes of gameplay. That's a problem that they're going to need to solve as we get towards playoff time.
Yeah, and one thing I just want to note, I want to give a quick shout out to Cruncho, because I don't know if you remember, but in the previous game, Cruncho had 4 goals on the board, unless I'm mistaken. But I'm pretty sure it was Cruncho that was like just nailing these goals, was shooting 4 for 5 at such a high percentage. And then on this hand, Cruncho was still at the top of the leaderboard, but this time it was with assists, supplying the ball and letting their teammates score. So I like seeing that Cruncho can be the scorer as well as the playmaker. So, again, just being able to play on, both positions, being that versatile, that just to me spells out a truly talented player.
Oh, and Tater's going to get the first strike on a gorgeous play on transition. The Pirates have a 1-0 lead early in Game 5.
And this is really tough now, because we've seen the Pirates just come back again and again and again. Not even a comeback, but they every single game they're playing at their peak. They're playing on fire, and they're not even remotely going out. And that's exactly what's happening now. So now all the momentum is kind of in their favor. And on the other side of the pitch for the Tyrants, it really feels like, what more can we do? Because I feel like the Tyrants have honestly tried their best. They're putting their best foot forward, and they're doing all that they can. But somehow, some way, the Pirates always seem to come out ahead.
This will be a chance left wing side. Opportunity for the Pirates to get something into the offensive end. But into the middle, Cruncho has a save on his play. And he gets a second touch, but it'll be equaled to by Snoop. Pirates start to get comfortable again as they continue the pressure in the offensive end. Pass out into the mid, but the angle's not quite there. That's a pinch play, hard off the back. That causes a double commit above the crossbar. Taki has an empty net to shoot at. Needs a little bit of help. Tater's waiting in the mid. He'll miss. That might be a transition. Lefty, but a 2v1. Tater comes in for the demo, and a very nice piece of physical play is going to interrupt the 2v1 chance, and that will go back the other way for a gorgeous pass play. And Cruncho is going to knock into the back of the net. 2-0 lead for the Buccos.
Just look at this right here, and just from Taki to Cruncho, like, they've been doing this all series long. They constantly finding themselves. The amount of control coming from this team, like, if I didn't think this was MLE, I would think that maybe this was like an RLRS bubble team. Like, I know, back in my day when the RLRS was still a thing, it was still pretty impressive. Like, these are the type of teams that I would see going up against in the play-ins.
And a bit of a parking lot shot. Els tries to carry. Cruncho reads it perfectly, and it looks like the Tyrants playing a little bit too far up underneath where Els was. That's a 3-0 lead, and absolutely the Pirates are starting to run away or sail away with this 5-0.
It's starting to look that way. And, with the 3-goal lead, they already had the momentum going into this game. Now it's literally all the momentum in favor of the Pirates. And I don't care what anybody says, Rocket League is a very, very momentum-heavy game. So it can really affect you, especially going into this game number 5. But I really would like to see the Tyrants strike back, because there's nothing that we hate to see more than a 5-0. But when you see plays like this coming out, off of, Tater just running up here and just tapping this one in, and again, you don't really see a defender in the backfield. 4-0 now, and we haven't even reached halftime. I think, the Pirates are winning more than just the momentum at this point.
Yeah, we're definitely starting to see a bit of a balance shift in the momentum. This will be towards the sidewall. Snoop off the back. L's going to try to put one into the mid. Defensively, the Pirates are there, though. Tater in a 1v2 in a dangerous spot. Tries the pinch and gets it. And that's how you can tell everything's going right for the Pirates as they get another one. It's 5-0.
Yeah, and then Tater, honestly, again, just a good show of control. And look at Els on the heels of Tater. trying to put them in the grave, really looking for the demolition, and somehow, some way, Tater manages to stay out of their way, and then not only that, but come up with a dunk to put the ball into the back of the net and still score. So again, they just continue to run away with it, not just with team plays, now they're pulling out the solo plays as well.
And Tater's going to go long for this. Get one deep. The boomer is a good one. Sets up the Pirates on offense once more. Taki will wait. Lefty has control. Tries a flick. Taki's equal to it. Back towards midfield. Taking it by the Tyrants. Another touch from Snoop. Has the double off the ground and makes it a 5-1 lead instead. That was gorgeous.
Hey, there we go. You know what we say in MLE? Of course, we play all 5 games, but still, every game, every shot, every play counts. So still, 5-1 now, reaching halftime. It's still good for the Tyrants to get some points on the board and don't give up. There's still plenty of time to at least take one game away from the Pirates. So hopefully this will start the turnaround. But of course, as I say that, Havada Kedavra, Caster's curse be me. It's 6-1, and now the Pirates are only one goal away from packing their bags and heading straight on to Brazil.
Oh, 2016 called. They want their meme back, sir. 6-1 as the Pirates able to come through again off the. It was a nice kill on the kickoff by Taki. Put that one in the basket for Tater. L's going to try to work on a flick towards the mid. Cruncho. Out to Tater. Tater will wait. Off the sidewall, chance into the middle, has Cruncho waiting with him. Oh, the ground play is gorgeous. The kill in front of the net's going to work in the Tyrants' favor, though, as it'll get sent out towards the top. 2 minutes to go in what has been really a Pirate-centric series. Tyrants made a fight at it earlier in the series, but this Game 5 has not gone their way, and that was really after a last-second heartbreak by Tater to give the Pirates the lead with 2 seconds left in Game 4.
Honestly, I couldn't. I have to. I like the words that you just used. That last-second heartbreak, because that's exactly what it was, and I think that's what really put the nail in the coffin for this entire series. Because after such a close game like that, and having control for that whole time, the entirety of that match, and then just having it stolen away from you in literally the last seconds of the match, like that would honestly just completely suck all the momentum out of my gameplay, at least from my point of view. So I couldn't, just the way that you worded that was just perfect.
Yeah, 1:12 to go in a 6-1 contest. Welcome those of you from Oof Gaming who have popped over. Welcome into MLE Showdown Sunday, the third of 4 series on the MLE's main channel. Curtis, along with Captain Atsuka, and we are Atsuka, sorry. As we're back into the Pirates and the Tyrants. Pirates have had a pretty good show of it so far, as they're looking to wrap up a 5-0 series sweep. Looks like they're going to be able to do that pending some kind of MLE-laden miracle, as this will be into the offensive corner for the Tyrants. They're going to try to get one more, but just more possession-based gameplay from the Pirates, able to keep the ball away. Another shot towards the net, and this one will go off the post, and it's going to be put against the other post. Post-to-post action, and the Tyrants may be able to answer back the other way. The drop shot is not going to go, as Cruncho has a nice save with 15 seconds to go.
Yeah, the final seconds ticking away now, and I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that the Pirates will take game number 5 and win this entire series 5-0. 5-0. L's coming in with a last-second save, and I guess no Brazil will happen today. The Pirates will take the game and take the series 5-0. Such a dominating win there.
Yeah, very good work from the Pirates coming through. There was a little bit of adversity, but they were able to handle it fairly well, as the Tyrants did not make it completely easy on them. It was a good battled contest really on both sides. The Tyrants just not enough for a very dominant Pirates team on this day. Don't forget, guys, if you saw a play in that series or any series today that you saw a play that you'd like to basically maybe nominate for the MLE Play of the Week, do it. Grab it, flip it, send it to MLE Sports GG on Twitter with the hashtag MLEPOTW. Winning play and player gets a case of Balls Corona sent to them completely free of charge from our friends over at Balls. That's BAWLS.com if you want to order your own as well. And you can use code MLE at checkout for free shipping. We've got more for you. The 4th of 4 series. It's the grand finale on this Showdown Sunday. It's the Express and the Eclipse. It's Platinum League, or it's Premier League, I should say. Premier League 3s coming your way in just a moment. Stay with us.